Retest review test 4, questions 12 and 13. In this situation, we are solving a radical equation. So when you're solving radical equations, the first thing you want to do is take the radical and isolate it. That means get it by itself. If you'll notice, we're adding 10 on the end of the radical. So I want to get rid of that plus 10. The opposite of adding 10 is to subtract 10. So I'll subtract 10 on each side. That gives me the square root of 10 minus n equals, and then 13 minus 10 is 3. And we learned earlier that if you have a square root, to cancel out a square root, you must square it. But if I square the left side of my equation, I must square the right side as well. So the square root and the square cancel, and that's just going to leave me with 10 minus n equals, and then 3 squared is 9. And now I can solve for the variable n. I'm going to subtract 10 from each side. So it gives me negative n equals 9 minus 10 is negative 1. Divide by negative 1, and n will equal 1. Question number 13. I have 3 times the fourth root of v minus 2. Here is the radical. We want to isolate that, get it by itself. So I need to get rid of this 3 in front and the minus 2. We always start with addition or subtraction when we're undoing things. So I'm going to start with minus 2. The opposite is to add 2. So that gives me 3 times the fourth root of v equals 6. And then I have this 3 times. The opposite of multiplying is to divide. So I'm going to divide each side by 3. And that gives me the fourth root of v equals 2. And then to cancel out a fourth root, you have to raise it to the fourth power. And you must do that on each side. The fourth root raised to the fourth power will cancel. That gives you v. And then 2 to the fourth, that's 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8 times 2 is 16. So your answer is 16.